and welcome to Java NetBeans restaurant management system. So let me just show you guys how it works. Supposing I intend to order 7 hamburgers or chicken burgers, 8 burger meals, and maybe 9 bacon and cheeseburger. If you click on the checkbox, you see that's the price for the chicken burger. You click on that. The price of the chicken burger and burger meal is added, and the same thing applies to this. So we want a drink. Let's say we're going for apple juice. That's the price of apple juice. We want it to be home delivery. The home delivery price is standard, and we want tax, of course. Right there, click on total. There you can see when you add this together, you get, that's what you get, £94 plus. And if you want a receipt, right there, that's your receipt there. Okay, if you also want to convert the price, let's say you convert it to maybe 91, you want to convert it to Canadian money, let's enter it as the equivalent in Canadian dollars. So what I will do now is take you guys straight into Java NetBeans development environment, and we can develop one of these together. So let's go to Java NetBeans now. Hi, this Java NetBeans tutorial. I'm going to start by clicking on the new project, select Java, and make sure Java application is selected. Click on next. The name of this application is going to be restaurant. So I'm just going to call that restaurant because the spelling is right, that's correct, maybe with an S. Okay, and as you can see, create main class is unchecked. I will now click on finish, and right there I have my Java. So I will now right click on it, select new, and select JFrame form. Now enter the name, enter a restaurant. I'm just going to call that restaurant, maybe with an S. Then yes, the package will be known as restaurant_s. That's it right there. Click on finish. Okay, I will now go ahead and set the property. Let's just minimize this. Select the form and come to the property right there where it says preferred size. I'll change that to 1370, and that's supposed to be the width, and the height, let's make that 700 right there. So now the next thing is I'm going to get a couple of panels. Need one here. Let me change the border style of this very panel, change that to maybe 4, make that a little bit thicker. Yeah, make that 4 there. Click on OK. Now just drag it down. Maybe let's make copies first, so just hold on to Control D. I have another copy here, one here. Alright, so I have 2. I actually need 2 more. Let's bring them up here, and I'm going to need just 1 here, right there. Maybe I'll do that. I only just need 1. Okay, move these ones up, and stretch this along and down right there. And here I need this. I'm gonna have to add a control or a tab control to this very one. So let's just stretch this and repeat the same thing for this. Okay, now this very one here, this panel, let's get a tab control on board right there. That's my tab. Just paste it right there. Okay, let's see first. Okay, to make it look like a read tab, I will now add a panel to it. This very panel, click on that. As soon as you click in there, look at that, we now have a tab. I just need 2 of those. Now get one more. Let's get it right. Yeah, that's it, I got it. So just enlarge it right there. The next thing is right click on that and just change the name. So that will be, let me call that calculator. Yeah. And this, the next one, I'll call that reset. Right there. Oh, there's a spelling mistake there. Let's change that. That should be an E. Okay. Now, okay, this is how my interface is looking. So if I compile and run, I'll just show you how it looks. It's going to look like. There, that's how it's looking right now. So I'm just going to now add maybe a title up there. So click on, let's close that. So let's get a label. We need a label. Oh, sorry, maybe a text field. Yeah, text field right there. So that very text field, I need to now increase the font size, make that bold, maybe take it to 48. Yeah, and now enter as follows. So I'll change that to restaurant management system right there. Yeah, I think that's a bit alright. So that's the title of my program, restaurant management systems. So I now need a couple of components right here. So I need a checkbox here. Enter one checkbox there, and maybe change that to, change the text to chicken burger. And maybe I should increase the font. Let's increase that font to something, maybe 18. Alright, that's cool. And I need 2 more of those. Or maybe just copy that really, since I've already, let's select this and just press D. Control D, Control D, so that's fine. Let's maybe move them this way. So I may have to, okay, let's change the data in there. I'll just change this to maybe chicken burger meal. Right, and this one will now be changed to maybe bacon. Yeah, bacon and cheeseburger. So that's fine. So we need a text box. I'm going to need 2 text boxes. There are 3 actually. So let's come back here. I need 3 text field right there. We have 1 here. So we just customize it down here first. Let's customize that. Let's add a border to it, and so that it's visible. One thing first, we need to change that text as well. Change it to about 18. Bold 18. That's fine. Now change the border. Maybe make that 2. Yeah. Just press Ctrl B and copy it across. Alright. Select it all and drag it up there. So those are my text field. Let's get rid of the text content in there. And just drag it. Maybe I'll just speed this up because the interface design might take some time. Alright, let's just speed it up. Right, this is how the system is looking right now. I've just added a combo box there, so this very combo box, let me change the values in there and just move this a little bit, and that way maybe let's call that apple juice, and let's go for see, change this, let's change this to maybe cola, maybe this will be coffee. Right, and maybe we have orange juice there, and let's go for more, and maybe iced tea, maybe iced coffee. I think, yeah, let's add an orange there, maybe orange. Let's correct that there. I think that would do, so that's fine. So if I compile and run, let's compile and run and see how it looks like for now. Right there, that's how it's looking, but it seems apple juice is the default drink, so I'm gonna have to change that to something else. So let's come back in there and just maybe right here, let's change the default drink. Let's say select drink. Yeah, that will be the default drink, looking okay right there. Come here and just change this to lowercase, looking okay. I'm going to start by taking care of the calculator interface, so I need text area right there. Let's reduce that. No, I actually need something else. I think test field. Yeah, I need a test field. Then I need a couple of buttons right there. That one, paste it there. And I'll just copy this very button across, but before that, let's customize this interface first. Let's change the font. Let's change the font to something a little bit readable, maybe 18 will be fine. That's cool. And for the text box, let's change the content in there to 0 and align. Let's see, horizontal alignment, make that right, and here, and we might as well just change the name, change the very name of this to JTXT display right there. That's taken care of. And this one, let's come here and let's customize it before we finish up. Okay, let's just copy this across. I need 16 of those. Okay, I have copied this across, so I will now change the interface as follows. So that will be maybe BTN 7. Okay, let me just copy that, and the text content in there will be 7. So let's see there, and this will be 8, and the name will be jbtn8 right there. So let's speed that up as well. And right here, this is how it's looking right now. I don't really need dates. Let me get rid of that. I will now move all of these down. Let's select it and just drag it down. Alright, those ones are down. I'm going to move this up. That's supposed to be an arrow. The font size of this, you have to change that to Wingen. So let's go to the font and let's change that to Wingen. Where is it? Right there, and click on OK. Take a good notice of it. There's it right there. Click on OK, and you see it's now an arrow. Okay, that's taken care of. We're going to rearrange this. Let's come back in here, maybe move this here, and just move the following down. Move it down, take this up, and I'll just maybe finish up with the rearrangement and get back to you guys. Alright, so let's just finish up with the design of this calculator. So we need let's go for border here. Add a border to the text box, make that 2 right there. Now this very one is supposed to be plus and minus, so let's change that. Let's change the font size to maybe about 17. Okay, yeah, that's fine now. And compile. Let's run it and see. Okay, this is how the calculator is looking now, and it does nothing right now. Nothing is happening. Okay, so the next thing is maybe take care of the receipt, and we start the coding. But before then, let's just take care of the coding of this very calculator first. So let's double click on this button, but before we start writing the code, we don't have to declare a variable right here. You see right where it says public class restaurant, declare the following variable there. That's the variable I intend to use. Okay, the other thing is I'm going to have to import some data up here. You see where it says package? Right there, I will import the following data. You see, let's see that. So I'm going to need those. So I've just imported the following library. So now let's go back to design view, double click on number 7. So try again. There we go. And that is the name, as you can see, jbtn7. So I will enter the following lines of code right there. I've actually declared a variable that will store the value that is entered inside txt display. It will be stored in here because you have to convert it to a string value, else you won't be able to enter a numeric value into the display, and that's why I had to convert it first. Alright, so I might as well just copy this and go to button 8 right here, double click on 8. Let's try that again. Right there, paste that in there and just change the name to 8. That's 8 right there. Okay, now repeat exactly the same thing to 9. Okay, let's paste it there, change that to 9, and I will then speed that up and get back to you guys. Okay, the numbers are all in place. This is for 0, this is for 3. You can see it's all the same lines of code. So I actually declare a variable called enter number. Then when I click on the button, whatever is inside the display is assigned into enter number, and then which means because enter number is a string, the string is then allocated to display, to JTextBox display. Okay, now let's go back to the design, double click on this and declare, and just enter as follows for declare. JTXT display dot set text. Okay, make that no value, so enter that in there. Oh, that will be display. Okay, now we need to then take care of the arrow. Double click on the arrow and enter. Let's try that again. Double click on that and enter as follows. Alright, so if those are the lines of code for the backspace. Alright, so if I compile, let's compile and run it. Run that. Okay, cancel that. Let's compile again. Okay, this is how it looks like. So if I enter whatever value, I think I should delete this 0 first. Okay, if I enter whatever value in there, I can always use the backspace. Alright, so let's continue with that. Right now these arithmetic functions, they don't do nothing, so I need to take care of 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So let's go back in here, come to the design view, and this, let's get rid of that. Come into the property, get rid of that. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, we now double click on the plus sign, double click on that and enter the following. Okay, let's start by taking care of this division. So come in here and just enter as follows. That's for division. Copy that, and for multiplication, enter the following lines of code. I'm just going to change the sign here. Let's change that to multiplication sign, and repeat the same thing for subtraction. Change that to subtraction. Addition. Yeah, let's paste that there and change this to addition. There. Okay, now let's take care of this. I think this should be the last one I've taken care of. Yeah, this might not be right, but I need to look into it again. But that's for the decimal place. So let's do this now. So for the plus minus, we enter as follows. There. Okay, so let's just compile and see how the calculator works before we continue with the rest. Now run the program. There we go. So if I enter maybe 99, press that, that's what you get. Clear that. Let's check out the multiplication. Okay, the equal sign is not working yet, so let's take care of the equal sign. So let's come back in here, double click on the equals. So with the equal sign, we're going to enter the following lines of code. Let's move this up right there. Okay, look at it. So I already declare answer as a string variable. So whatever is stored, whatever is entered in the text box is then stored into the variable second number. And if the operation selected is plus, so first number plus second number is then stored inside result, which is then converted into the string, then assigned into answer and allocated into txt display. And that is exactly the same thing that I've repeated for the rest of the operators right there. Okay, that is it, guys. Alright, so hopefully that'll be the end of the calculator. Let's compile and run it. Alright, so that's working as expected. So let's try and just speed up this tutorial because I'm getting bored with it. So I'm just going to speed up the development of the interface, and here is a currency converter. So let's speed up this as well, and here maybe we should just enter as follows. Let's get some buttons on board. That'll be for the total, so let's change that to jbtn total, and just enter total in there. So that'll be total right there. Increase the font size, increase this font size to something a little bit readable, maybe 24. That's cool. You just copy it across, why not? Control D. I need a couple of those. Right, maybe one more right there. So this will be exit, jbtnExit. Exit. Change the text content to exit. And let me just speed it up. Okay, fellas, this is how the interface is looking right now. So if I compile and run it, there, that's how it's looking. So maybe a couple of touches to make it look much better. Alright, but what I then need to do, this is working as expected though, which is already online. I have tutorial on this online already. So I now need, let's start with a drink. Maybe if I select that, I expect some values in here. So let's take care of that. We just copy the codes in here and change it to this. Okay, so stop that and double click on convert. That is, those are the lines of code for my currency converter, the Java currency converter. So let's come right down. So now you guys see the rest is the same lines of codes anyway. And there you go. So let me just copy this. I'm just going to copy this, copy, and come right here, double click on this using ActionPerformed. Alright, paste that in here. So we now have to carry out a couple of changes. In the first place, I need the name of this, so let's get the name of that, copy that, double click this, and that is where I should appear, and I just need to know the name. So let's go for maybe T, and we need a price for T if T is selected. Okay, we will also need some variables here, so let's change this. I'm just going to call that T, and let's give it a value as well, equals maybe 1.2. right? So if T is 1.2, so let's get rid of this and just enter T there. Okay, and that is that. We also need a couple of variables more. Let's this, that'll be iced ice underscore T. That's fine. Then we have coffee, and we also have iced coffee. Then call if we have Coke. Now let's just change the price. So this might be iced tea, might be maybe 90. Coffee, or maybe 250, and okay, cola. Coke, maybe 160. Alright, there they are. So all I will now do is just copy all of this. I think this name needs to be changed as well. What is the name of that? Okay, I have the name right here. That's the name. Let me copy that and just paste it in here. Alright, if that's the selection, that's for T, then come down here, copy, paste that, and change this to iced tea. Iced tea, and change this one to iced tea as well. Okay, now iced tea is taken care of. I'm just going to change that to tea. And just change this to tea, cost of tea. Okay, and this one will be cost of iced tea. So just changing the variables around there. So with those two done, let me just save it and try it out and see what will happen. Okay, now let's run it. Okay, let's select tea. There, that's the price for tea, and let's see iced tea. That's the price for iced tea. The coffee, that's tea. Let's see the price. Let's go up and check the variables. That's for iced tea. Okay, we need to check that as well. Alright. Let's see this. Oh, we don't have iced tea. We don't have ice_tea. I think it's just tea. Okay, now let's compile again and run. Okay, that's for tea, and let's check out iced tea. Yeah, iced tea is working. So I have cola, I don't have Coke. Alright. Okay, so all I just need to do now is just copy and paste and get it out of the way, and then we might as well add Coke to it. Cola and Coke, they are both the same, but let's just add it. Alright, right here, click on that. Maybe add there. Okay, now let's go for, we need orange as well. Apple juice. Let's go for apple juice then. Now double click on that. Let's enter apple juice there. Okay, double. And just enter underscore apple juice right there, equals maybe 199 there. Okay, copy and just change it around, paste that. So let's go for cola right here, and here is C cola. Just change this to C cola, and here that will be Coke. Okay, cola is done. I might as well change this n. Let's change that to pound sign there and here as well. One more. Okay, that's cola taken care of. Now let's just copy that, paste, and that's for Coke. Then change this for cola, and this will be cola as well. This is cola, right? So cola is in place as well. So I'll just speed it up. As you guys can see, it's all the same lines of code, so I'm just copying and pasting. So let me speed that up. Okay, let me show you guys the code. Here are the variables that I've declared, and if apple juice is selected, this is the price that will go into LBL cost of drink. Right there, you can see this variable is now converted to string right here. You can see that, and I've now assigned it into LBL cost of drink. Exactly the same lines of code I've repeated for the rest of my drinks. So we now take the value inside LBL cost of drink, we will add it onto subtotal. But before then, let me run the program for you guys to see. Okay, let's run it and see. Here we go. Select any of these drink or any drinks there, and that is the cost for ice coffee, that's the cost for Coke, apple juice, and so on. Supposing I select a drink, I want this to disappear, so let's do that. So let's come in here where it says else. Let's go for ifs as well. Copy that. If that is select a drink, select a drink. In this case, I want this to be nothing. So if you select a drink, let's get rid of this. We don't need that. All we just need to say is this becomes nothing there, and that is all to select a drink. So if you select that, whatever content is inside LBL cost of drink will be deleted. So let's save, compile, and run. There we go. If we now select any drink, we can see the value there, or the price, the cost of the drink. But if we select a drink, there you can see that's it. It's default back to nothing. Okay, so that one is taken care of. But what I now want is I need to be able to add every content in here. Add 1, 2, and 3 to this, add tags and so on. So let's get that done now. Okay, the next thing is let's take care of the exits. That's System.exit right there. Okay, that's the exit taken care of. Alright, now the next thing is let's take care of home delivery. So when I check home delivery, I want the price of delivery to be displayed right here. So with the home delivery, just right click on it, go to event and click on mouse click right there. That's it right here. So we enter that for the home delivery from here down here. That's the those are the lines of code for the home delivery. So if I compile, let's just compile and run it. So just before running it, it's compiled anyway. This is the standard price for home delivery, and this is the checkbox. So if the checkbox is clicked, the standard price for home delivery is then converted to string, which is then assigned to P delivery. Okay, and P delivery is then entered into LBL cost of delivery, else home delivery is none. So if I run it now, let's run it and see what I'm talking about. If I decide to check this, there. So the same method that we use for tax, but in the case of tax, I'm expected to add up all of the values in here and then enter it in here. Okay, and the drinks are working. That's the drink right there. This is not working yet, so let's sort this out, and then we put finishing touches to this and we call it a day. Okay, and we just need to adjust this a bit as well. Okay, let's get that done. But before that, I think we need to get this sorted, but the exit is working now. Okay, let's come in here, let's copy that, just use that to get this sorted. Double click, let's go back, right click and unclick. Let's just use the mouse click. When the mouse is clicked, I want the following content in there. I want it to be cleared there, and I need the names of the other components. I don't know their names, so let's just scroll and see. Okay, I think I have some here. Yeah, I can copy and delete this. Okay, let me just copy all of this here. Right, copy it if I can. Copy and now come in here. Paste it in there and get rid of all of the other object beside it. Copy that and just paste it right here and get rid of this. There, gone. Okay, because I need to know the names, that's why I'm doing that, so that makes life easy for me instead of going forth and back. Alright, let's copy this and paste it in there. So that is the resets. That's the reset button taken care of now. You can see all of the errors are disappearing there, so that's good. So my reset is now on the way. Now let's take care of the rest of the calculations. So the reset is now ready. Maybe I still need to add one or two more components there, but it's now ready. Alright, come back here. Okay, the next thing is I've actually coded the checkbox, so I've used click events right there. Let's come down here. There, that's the checkbox. So I've declared the following. Okay, see menu. Alright, and right in here, that means if there's anything in here in the course of menu, it is assigned to the C menu right here, and that is whatever is entered into this text box of the chicken burger right here it's stored in checkbox. Okay, then this is the standard price for the chicken burger itself. So if you enter 2 in here, it's multiplied by this. So that's where I've used the if statement. There's a conditional statement saying if this is checked, then I checkbox multiplied by checkbox plus whatever is inside this very text box. And that's what I've done for it all. I've decided not to enter the pound sign here because I intend to add all of the numbers in here together. Okay, so it's just a shortcut really. If you notice, I've stored the value of the chicken burger, everything I've stored it into an array that I declared. I don't really need it, but I just declare an array, embed an array for you guys. For those of you who might want to know how to use array, I have the array right up here where I declared it right here. Okay, so let's go back down, so right click and come back to the click events. So that is it for that. So that makes life easy. All I just did was then copy it and let's pass it to the other two and change the checkbox, and that is it right here. Then change the value and just other variable, just to give me a clarification of which of the meal you're going for. And the same thing was repeated for the third one, which is supposed to be bacon cheeseburger right here, bacon and cheeseburger right there. So that's the lines of code. So if I run this program now, let's run it so that you guys see how it works. For now, there we go, we have our calculator working anyway. So if I enter any value in here and click on check that's what happened. Enter whatever value in here. Okay, you see it's incremented, and here as well the same thing. So if I now come here, enter my drink, that's the drink we're having, and the tax, that works, but it's incorrect. I need to get that sorted. Then home delivery, the home delivery is standard price of £3.39p. You notice there's no pound sign. I'm going to use this total to get that sorted. So the next thing is now to add all of these together, enter it into subtotal, then add the value of subtotal and that of tax, and then enter that in total. So let's do that now. So let's start by right clicking on total, come to action right here. Let's go to, I might as well use mouse click there, the mouse click of total. I will enter as follows. So maybe I should just call that C total. So that's C total 1. I'm going to need 3 of those. C total 2 and 3. C total 2, C total 3. Now I need to know the names. The names of, I have these already. I need the name of these. I think that's LBL. Okay, LBL cost of drink. And the other one is LBL cost of delivery. So come in here, change this to LBL cost of drink, and this is LBL cost of delivery. There, so that is sorted. Now I will now declare another variable. So let's call that double all total. All total equals C total 1 plus C total 2 plus C total 3. So this is 2, 3, 2, and 1. Close the bracket. Okay. I then need to declare a string variable. So let's say string total. No, that's I total equals, this is string format. I make the string format string dot format right there. Okay, now I think I can enter let's enter a pound sign in this one and just dot 2 decimal places. Okay, then the argument in this case is all total is taken care of. When I need to store the whole I total into JLabel total dot, I think the name is wrong. I think it's coming here. Dot, yeah, set text. Okay, the set text is I total. That is it. That is the line. This should be the lines of code that we take in all of the value for total. So let's come into total 1, 2, and 3. We can even copy all of these as well. Just copy it. Yeah, we can copy that and use that inside subtotal. We also need to add tags to this to make it complete, because this is more or less like subtotal. So let's come into subtotal. Yeah, go back in there. This will also be the value of subtotal. Subtotal, right, that's subtotal. And we then need just to add, we need to add tags into it. But before then, let me just compile and run, see what will happen first. Okay, what I will do is because this does not work with the click events, I think it works better with the other events. So maybe I'm gonna have to just move everything. Let me show it to you guys. You see what I'm talking about. Okay, when I run the program, just say I enter my value in there. Just check those. That's the tags. This has to be changed. Okay, home delivery. Let's get our drink. Home delivery. Yep. If I click on total, oh, that works. Okay, then that's fine. Okay, click works, and the calculator is working. Might as well leave it there. And this is working. So what is left for me to do now is this, and I need to be able to add this to this and arrive at total. So let's get that sorted. Okay, let's look in that. Let's see what it meant. Awesome. Okay, mouse enter. Let's check out the codes. Okay, that's the lines of code. Let me get rid of this. Get rid of that. Now, I've only just added all of this, which is wrong. I need to be able to add everything. I have to be able to add everything. So everything that I'm adding, so I now assign it to this. Copy that, put that here, and we need to divide this by 100. Divide all of this by 100. Divide by 100. Get rid of this. I don't need that here for now. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of this for now and just delete everything here. Yeah, it's not needed. So exactly the same lines of code I've used for the total will be used to work out the tax. Divide that by 100. Now I need to now get the value in here, whatever is in here, add it to total itself. Okay, double click on total. I think that is on mouse click here. Okay, paste that in there. Now copy all of this. Okay, let's copy this and just cut this off. That is the tax. Now getting the value inside the tax, the value inside the tax itself, make that number 4. Will also be added to this plus number 4, total 4. So that will give us, that should give us this. But subtotal, less. In the case of subtotal, maybe I have to do something else. Okay, let's come in at subtotal. Let's declare another variable for subtotal. And this is will be subtotal. We not have that of the tax, and this will just be subtotal. There, that is subtotal. Yeah. Okay, that's not going to work. It needs to be converted as well. So okay, let's come in here, copy this, and just convert that to subtotal. Alright. Okay, you cut that off so I don't get it confused. Paste that in there. Now this need to be I subtotal, and this is I subtotal as well. As a conversion taking place there, because it has to be converted to string value. This is the conversion of total, this is the conversion of subtotal. Okay, now we have them in £, and when we click on that, we might as well convert this to £, as well. I think maybe we should do that. I'll just copy it then. Take care of one for tax, I total tax. So this will be tax, and this is I total tax as well. I total tax. And here this will be C4. Let's just copy that, change that to C4 right there. Okay, I think that will do it for this total. Well, let's see how it's gonna work. Compile. Okay, just before I run it, there was an error here. This was showing all total. All total is for the overall total, and this is subtotal, which is this. Okay, and that is that. See, if you want, we can just move this. Let's move it, paste it right on top of this so that you guys don't mix it up. And this is for subtotal. right there. Overall total, subtotal, and tax. Alright, so let's run this program, compile again and run. Okay, let's have a go at it. Now we have some values in there. Okay, so check this out. Yep, that's correct. Increase that. Yeah, that's fine. Now let's go for drink. Okay, we have the price of drink. There is an home delivery. Now total, that's the tax, and just click on that. So you see, we add this together to get this. So that is correct. Now let's convert it to maybe Brazilian money. That's maybe 54. Convert that, and if you want, you can use the calculator just to multiply it and see what will happen with that. Oh, just before I call it the end of this program, I think I need to just straighten this up and maybe enter a receipt there. Okay, so let's get that sorted now. Exit. Okay, first thing first is to enter the test area there. Let's look for, yeah, there we go. Just enter that there. I'm not going to spend much time on this receipt because we've while we're a lot of time already. Okay, the receipt has been taken care of. These are the lines of code for the receipt. I didn't bother go over the top with the receipt, but you get the whole idea anyway. That's it right there. Okay, from here down here. Okay, and one other thing that I would like to draw your attention to is total. I've now changed the event back to total action performed instead of mouse click. So those are the lines of code for mouse click, for total calculation. The other lines of code I'd like to show to you guys is a simple one, the reset button. That is the reset button right there. Those are the lines of code for that. On exit, here we go, that's exit. And then we have home delivery. I think I've used click events there. Let's come here, mouse click right there. That's it right there. Those are the lines of code for that. The next one is for tax. Okay, mouse click as well on tax, and those are the lines of code for tax. And the lines of code for chicken burger, I think is here. No, it's mouse click I used. Okay, go back there. Mouse click on those ones. Right there. That's for chicken burger from here down here. Okay, then from here down here, those are the lines of code for chicken meal. And then the lines of code for bacon cheese meal. That is it right there. And with that, I'll call it the end of this program. So before I go, I just need to compile it one more time and show it to you guys. I've imported the following though, and here are all my variables. These are the variables that I used, and these are the variables for conversion, the currency converter. Alright, so let's just compile and run the program. So let me enter the amount of chicken burger, chicken meal, 6 of those, and 4 of bacon and cheese burger. So the drink that we want, let's go for maybe apple juice. That's the cost of apple juice. We want it to be home delivery, and we want, okay, we need to add up all the meals here. Then the tax we're paying, that's cheap, that's the tax. And then total, that's it. If you notice, we add this to this, that will give you 83, and that will be £56.80p. And if you want your receipts, just click on the receipt. That's the receipt right there. If you want to convert it to whatever currency you might decide to use, let's make that 7 and just convert it there. So, and that's how you develop your own restaurant management system using Java NetBeans. And the calculator also works too, right there. So with that, I'll call it the end of this very long tutorial. I suppose you all enjoy it. You all have a nice day now.